Hey everybody, welcome to RiverCity-Media's Beyond the Booth, special Sunday edition. Um, hey, I'm excited about having this group of young ladies on, and I'll throw Coach's name in there too. I guess I'm excited to have Coach on as well. But anyway, uh, here we are. We got the 2A state champions, Lady Bisons from North Sun Mountain with Coach Jeremiah Haynes. Of course, down there over in the other corner is Mr. Phil Harris, the co-host of the Beyond the Booth. But Jeremiah, thanks for joining us, man. Congratulations on a big win and bringing home that blue trophy.
Yes, we appreciate y'all having us on here again. We enjoyed it last time.
We enjoyed having y'all on there. And Coach, I'm going to do something a little different, if you will. Go around and introduce each player and give a little personal spotlight, I guess, on each player.
Mhm. Uh, we'll start with Abby. She's on the Abby. Raise your hand. Well, it probably says her name on the bottom. So,
Yeah, it does.
she's a senior. She's been with us. I guess since I got there, she started basketball in the seventh grade. She just continued to work hard, and by the end of the time, she was one of our best players that we had. So super appreciative of her. Going to miss her. At the top, Kelly Kirkpatrick. She's also Kelly. What year did you come there from Bryant?
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade. So Bryant's a feeder school to North Sun Mountain. Also, she's very dedicated to her program. Worked extremely hard. So also going to miss her. And then Caden Reyes. She's been there went since sixth grade. What year did you move to
I've
North?
been there since fourth grade.
Fourth grade. Okay, fourth grade. Also from Bryant. Been playing on varsity since some of her seventh grade year. Um, Everybody pretty much knows she's one of the best players in the state of Alabama. Going to miss her also. And then she's a senior. And then Reagan Weldon on the top left. She's from Flat Rock, which is another feeder school to North Sun Mountain. She moved to what, seventh grade? Seventh grade. So I've had the privilege of coaching these girls for a very long time. She's also a senior, very dedicated to her program. Defensive specialist, doesn't get a lot of credit, but also to me the heart and soul of her team. So I'm going to miss all these girls. Super appreciative of them for the time they put in to North Sun Mountain basketball, their school, each other, and just being committed.
Coach, I'm doing a little bit of quick math. I think you've been at North Sand for about 7 years now. So this
Yes,
group of girls
7 years
right here are probably some of the first ones you started working with.
for sure. Seeing each and one of them grow as a player, as a person, as a student, and they also got to obviously see the growth uh, of me as a person, as a teacher, and as a coach. So special group of kids that are going to be very successful in their life. I think they said last time what they wanted to do with their career paths, and there's no doubt in my mind that each one of these individuals uh, are going to be highly successful, and if they in whatever they do, if they change their career paths or anything like that. So just super proud of them, super thankful for them. I'm going to miss them.
Right. You always kind of remember that first group that you got coming through, especially the younger ones, because to me, you kind of molded this group into what you wanted them to be, and ended up bringing home that blue map like you was hoping.
We knew that, like, I mean, this group was good in rec ball all the way up. Um, and when I interviewed for the job, they kind of sold me on this group. To be honest, I don't know if I ever told them that. And then just the buy-in of really just them, um, being dedicated to the program and not missing. I mean, I don't know if these girls have missed practice ever. Like, I'm talking in 6 years. I mean, all of them ain't played varsity for 6 years, but they just never miss practice, never miss school, and that's why they're successful. It's just because of their commitment to each other. So, don't talk about it too much. I'll get emotional because every time I talk about it, they're not coming back, and it's kind of it's sad, but like I said, I'm thankful for them and appreciative of all the time they put into our program and our school.
Coach, talking about commitment, we had a commitment a while ago. Caden actually committed to being left-handed from here on out.
Yes, yes, yes.
I
She's
did just a few minutes ago.
committed to Barry to play basketball. Going to do really. I think she's going to do really good there. By when it's all said and done, I mean, I think she's going to be all there. at that level also, just because she works and I mean I think on Saturday we won on what Friday. It was Saturday or Sunday. She was already back in the gym. So I mean there's no surprise. I mean why she's so successful.
That's kind of leading into my next question. We'll start with Reagan, work our way around. Um, you won it on Friday, no practice on Monday. How did it feel being able just to basically go home after school on a Monday?
Well, I don't really go to school much anyway, so that wasn't really new, but not having practice and not doing any physical activity is really weird. I was laying around today, I literally didn't do much today, and I was like, I feel like I'm getting really lazy. I might need to go do something with myself, but it's new, but it's also fun. I get to have a lot more free time to spend with my family, my friends, so.
I feel like it's a bit different for me, obviously, because I'm still playing. So, like, I was already doing stuff. And around this time, any other year, we would have had, like, a week off or something. So it's still kind of, like, normal, I guess. But I'm still doing stuff. So it's all the same to me.
It's different, but I think I went to the golf course that day, so I was still doing something.
It's really different. It's a big change and stuff from doing stuff to not doing stuff, but it really has opened up my free time a lot. Not having to do.
I gave y'all free time all the time.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to figure out how to get a TRO like Charles Bediako, see if I can get him back for another year. So I'm still working on the logistics and things behind that.
You're gonna have to find a local judge.
I don't know if I know one.
Yeah.
Ladies, would y'all be up for another second senior year? Would y'all be up for a second senior year to be able to come back and try to defend your state titles?
I think so.
Schooling, yeah.
Callie, Reagan? That's two, yes.
Yes.
Reagan would
Yeah.
if we would.
Coach, how about you? How did it feel on a Monday not having to worry about practice?
It's kind of odd, to be honest. I've coached volleyball also, so we've been I call my free time from now until May. I mean, obviously we will still we'll get back started after spring break during athletics, but it's, I don't know, it's nice being off and having some free time after school, but at the same time, I enjoy coaching. I enjoy being around that group and the kids, so it didn't matter to me either way.
Phil, I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Well, I want to ask you, ladies, about this. I know that y'all had talked about winning state championship. And of course, Coach Haynes, I wanted to ask you this first. We talked about this the last time y'all were on. If you could just get out of your backyard, you felt like you had a chance to win a state championship. That happened. And so I'm going to say that you were very confident with this team when you made it to Birmingham.
Yes. I mean, I felt like we were favored, but I felt like we've been favored all year long. Like, we obviously wanted to play like we had a chip on our shoulder. But we played a very tough schedule. I think with a full roster, we lost 4 games total. We lost 8, but 4 of those we didn't have a full roster. But obviously, we still had 8 losses. But I was very confident in these group of girls. But also, we had to. I mean, Pisgah had, when we got out of the backyard. I mean, there's not many more teams in 2A that had the amount of talent that they had on their team. So obviously, the scouting report was a little bit different. I mean, those 2 teams that we played were really good. But so we still had to prepare and things like that. But these girls did an awesome job of the quick turnaround of getting over that, that emotional high of winning and then being ready to get back to work when we got down there.
Yeah, I understand that. Well, this is a question for all the ladies. When you got to Birmingham and you walked into that huge arena, the lights on, there's a little bit of pressure there naturally. The nerves are going to hit you. What was it like for you?
Reagan, you want to start?
Well, I've never been there before in general, so it was a little strange to see it. It was laid out a lot differently than I thought it would be, so that was also a little weird to see. But I mean, it wasn't that strange. I've been on a basketball court plenty of times, so.
Yeah, I mean, so like me and Abby, like we play like AAU. So like I've been to gyms literally, I couldn't even tell you where, just all over the place. I've seen any kind of gym, and I've never been there either. I don't think any of us have, unless we like went to watch, of course, obviously. But it was weird playing on that big of a stage and stuff. But at the end of the day, it was just a court, and we just had to go out there and play just like normal. So not much different.
To me, it didn't even feel real till we actually got there. Like, we won, but it didn't feel like we was actually at state till we got there. But like they said, it was just a court.
It really wasn't that big of a different or like a change to me. Like Caden said, me and her have been on many different courts and stuff, so it was really just another court.
Although I did think we was never going to get to see the court because they kept changing the goals.
Yeah, with the delay.
Oh yeah. That was my next question, Coach. I mean, you get everybody ready, you do your pep talk, you're fixing to hit the floor, and then all of a sudden, hey, we're going to have a 15-minute delay, turns into an over an hour delay. How did you deal with that?
To be honest, like I gave them the normal pep, whatever. I can't even remember what I said to them before the game. And then they told me 15 minutes, go back to the locker room, and I kept checking on them. This group has had a lot of experience, senior heavy, so I wasn't necessarily worried about them getting uptight or anything like that. They were honestly more relaxed in the locker room, than I thought they would be. Really, we listened to music. We did that. What do you call it? The High School Musical, where you throw the ball around, dribble a little bit, throw it to somebody else. So they did a good job of just cutting up, laughing, but still at the same time, when it was time to go, they were ready. So they did a spectacular job on that. But it was definitely different because I don't think we tipped off till probably after 7 o'clock, and we're supposed to play at 6.
Yeah, it's definitely can be a mental battle, so to speak.
Caleb told us that you was kind of texting him and trying to figure out what was going on during that time because y'all were kind of left in the dark a little bit.
Yeah, at first they were like, go back, and then I just kept walking back and forth, and then I was texting him, and then they had a TV in there, so we were kind of watching back, and just passing time, texting him, and just kind of seeing what's going on, and it was the same thing every time. I don't know if they knew. So and we were watching on the TV in there, and the girls were kind of commentating on that. So we laughed, joked around a little bit, and then when it was ready, we rolled out there.
Yeah, that's it. Well, Reagan, I'm going to start with you. When that clock finally ticked down to 00, what were your thoughts?
I mean, I was just overjoyed, obviously, because it was just like unreal. Like, you don't really believe that it's real, and it still kind of feels like it didn't really happen. It was kind of a fever dream, but I mean, it's definitely something that I'll remember for the rest of my life looking back on. But it was also kind of like not a letdown, but it wasn't as like hype as the Pistol game because it wasn't as like close of a game and exciting. Like we kind of knew, like we led on the whole time except one time I think they got like 6-point difference, and it was kind of like, oh, but we knew at the end of the day we was going to win. So it wasn't like crazy, but I mean, obviously to win state it was extremely exciting. But
Well, I think I cried like 3 seconds before it even went off. So I don't even know if it was happy or sad tears. I mean, obviously I was happy and it was great that we won. I mean, we've been through years of losing, so obviously that was great. But I mean, there's never going to be a chance that I get to step back on the court with anybody like that's on the team, like Callie, Reagan, not even just them, but everybody else. And it's just, I mean, that's sad. I mean, I think I cried for like 5 minutes straight, but after we got collected, everything was good. But just a lot of sadness, honestly.
Yeah. Callie?
It was definitely bittersweet because, you're not going to play again. But at the same time, you couldn't have asked for a better ending. Like Reagan said, it was a different ending than the Pisgah game, but it was a lot of fun still.
Abby?
It still was a very exciting moment, I think, because we were working towards this our whole season and everything. But it was also still kind of sad, like Caden said, I'm never going to ever play with this team again. I'm really not going to play basketball ever again. So, I mean, it's just kind of sad. but it's still exciting at the same time.
Yeah, and I understand what you go through. The year that I played and we won the state championship, I looked up at the scoreboard as I was walking out the field and I said, this is the last time I put this uniform on. I'll never play another down. And it kind of made it surreal. But in that, since it all happened, is it starting to kind of sink in? And I'll start with you, Reagan. Is it kind of starting to sink in? Because what's really important in all this is the relationships you made and all those memories. I mean, it's great winning that championship, and that trophy goes in the case, and it's going to get rusty. But there's things to win a state championship besides winning that trophy, and most of it is memories and relationships. So what are your thoughts on that, Reagan? Is it kind of sort of sinking in that way?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sad, so I don't go to school at all, so I don't ever see them much anymore, except Callie,
She
because
hates
we play
us.
golf together. But, so it's kind of sad to not be able to see them on the daily every single day. But after being with them for a week, I kind of needed a little moment for myself. But now it's set in. I'm kind of sad because, obviously, I'm not going to see them every single day. And a lot of us are moving off to college, the seniors are, so it's going to be, you never know when you are going to see each other. So it's really sad, but I've made more memories with this group of girls, and because I've spent more time with them than some of my own family, so they are my family, really. And so it's upsetting, but then again, it's like Callie said, you couldn't have asked for a better ending. It was fairy tale ending, but I'm also still upset that I'm not going to spend every single day with them, but it is what it is.
Hey, before we move on, who was it that said she hates us?
It was me. I'm obviously kidding, though. She can come over and have a big old sleepover together just so you can see us all again.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I don't think it sunk in, honestly, because around this time last year, we were doing the same thing. So I don't think that it will sink in until next basketball season rolls around. And obviously, I'll be with a new team and, they're going to be playing without us. And then it'll really start to, actually settle in.
I agree with Kaden. I don't think it'll actually sink in until I'm not out there and everybody else is. But I don't know how I feel about it.
Abby?
I don't know. It's kind of sunk in a little bit. I think about it, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna get to play with them anymore, and I'm just gonna have to be one of the fans in the stands watching. But it's also not because, I don't know. I'm still around them every day and stuff, so I feel like I'm still gonna
be without basketball.
I don't really.
Yeah. Well, next question. I'll start with you again, Reagan. Is you win a state championship and it's community supported. I mean, the community was behind this program, have been for a long, long time. Do you sense that in a lot of ways it may mean as much to them as it does you?
Yeah, I thought there was several people. I was like, more people I think showed up to that game than any of our games all year long. I seen some fans that I've never seen come to a ball game, so that support is surreal. And shout out to our community again for just being so amazing and showing up for us and doing the most. And shout out to Shoemaker. When we was going out there, he was going roll, and this side of the crowd would say roll, and this side of the crowd would say herd, and it was hilarious. And our student section did an amazing job. They were cracking me up. Just everybody, it was amazing. It was surreal to have that much support. So I'm just very thankful for our community.
I think it did mean as much to them because they were everywhere. Even before we left, I mean, they were there before we loaded the bus. After we won, somebody, I guess, made a post on Facebook saying, hey, they're coming back. And there was people at the school when we got back. I mean, they were just everywhere. I mean, they support us. I mean, we had previous players, which are a part of our community, and they came back, talked to us. I mean, everyone was just behind us in our community, and that just meant a lot.
Yeah, to play at 9 a.m. and be 3 hours away and have that kind of a crowd is insane. And it's a 2A school. We don't have a ton of students, but there was so many students there. It was insane. I'm thankful for it.
It's not done yet.
Oh no, I'm done.
I'm really thankful of our crowd and everything. We have really traveled well and everything. And I really do think it means a lot to the crowd just as much as it means to us, because all our fans, I keep seeing every time I scroll on some kind of social media something about us still winning the state championship. And I know how we talked about our students and them showing up. I believe our pep bus left our school at 5:30 in the morning just to be down there at 9 so they could watch us play. So.
Well, Abby, to be fair, in this, I played 42 years ago, and people still talk about it. So it will continue to be that way. You'll be referenced to for years to come. Well, Coach Haynes, I want you to give a shout out. This community was well behind this program. I work up around the Bryan area a lot, and y'all were the talk of the town for quite a while. Tell us about what your thoughts were. Did you think that it meant as much to the community as it did to the basketball program?
Probably. I mean, I'm not from Higdon, but the amount of support that our girls have been, and our basketball program in general, has been, shown the past few years, since we became competitive. It's kind of crazy to think, wherever you go, you want to make it big time. Like if you come to one of our games and, before the game, I mean, the lights are out, the stadium, the gym's packed. There's just a lot of support from our faculty, from our staff, um, from our students, community, and then to get to go down there. And it was wild. I mean, like I think I mentioned, I can't remember when I was talking to somebody, and we was down there all week long, and we had, I think, there was obviously a few schools that had more than we did, but for smaller schools, we had as much support as anybody. And like I said, I can't be more appreciative for the people that showed up, because I've seen, the behind the scenes, how hard these girls have worked over the past, 6 years, 7 years to get at this point, and to see, the people show up for them. And we're happy to be able to bring this thing back to Higdon and it be there for forever.
Well, Coach, have y'all designed a ring yet?
We've designed a ring. We've had to change it about 7 times because they're picky. But we designed it. It's we got to send in our ring size, and then a couple other things, and then they'll start, start making them.
Yeah. Well, and I guess, one thing that in the future too, this will probably happen, next fall and in basketball season, is you get to hang that banner in Glenn Hicks gymnasium, and that's going to be a special night.
For sure. Having that trophy, getting to hang a banner. Obviously, we're wanting to do a ton of upgrades to our gym, but just being able to, for here forever until that gym, that Northside Mountain, there always going to be a banner from 2026 that has each one of these girls' names on it, and just represents, a lot of hard work, and it's going to be cool. For me, it's going to be, I got to, move on to the next chapter and prepare my team to try to get back to that moment next year. For everybody else, I'm sure it'll be cool, but at the same time, I'm sure I'll be worrying about, next year's team and trying to maintain that focus.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I've got one more question for the ladies, and I'll start again with you, Reagan. How do you want to be remembered at Northside Mountain? What do you want to be your legacy?
It's a good question. Coach Haynes makes that point all the time, to like what you want to leave your legacy as, which, I mean, I didn't score a whole lot of points, so obviously not that, but I always say that, like, give 110% effort no matter what you're doing. Like, so obviously I'm more of a defensive player, so I guess I'm probably going to be remembered more as that, but like just being a good teammate and always holding your teammates to a higher standard is a big thing for me. So just being a good person, being a good teammate, and always giving 110%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want people to like remember us just for like things that we did in the game. Like, you did this, you scored this, you stole this many basketballs, like whatever. Like, I mean, and that's great, but like, I don't feel like that's what any of us just want to be like remembered as. I mean, like Reagan said, like good teammates. I mean, always trying to do the right thing, and even outside of basketball, like people to know that we're good people, and that's more important than any of that other stuff.
I just want to be remembered as, like Reagan said, a good teammate. somebody people wanted to be around and worked hard and is a good person outside of just basketball, in the classroom, in the fit, whatever. So, and somebody who loves Jesus and does everything for him. So,
Abby?
They really said it all. I don't have much more to say, but I want to be remembered as a good teammate and someone that everyone wanted to be around. And I know that I will be remembered as someone who couldn't catch a ball to save their life. So I know that will probably be part of my legacy.
Well, Coach Haynes, I know these young ladies mean a whole lot to you. To you, what is their legacy individually?
Individually, so like one
Yeah,
of them's leaving.
What are your thoughts?
Oh
What is the
goodness.
lasting impression that you'll have of each one of them individually?
Oh goodness. To me, all of them are winners, but not. I mean, they said it. They're they're not just winners of basketball. They're winners at so far at life. Obviously, none of us are perfect, but really just I know I'm going to coach a million more teams, and none of them are going to be like this team, and that's okay. But for me, it's just like I never had to worry about these girls showing up for practice or being there or anything like that. Each one of these kids, kind of they're all different and they all have their different personalities. But just being unselfish and loving their school and loving each other, and really just refusing to lose, just being a winner, really just at how they act, how they carry themselves, and things like that. More than just basketball is you have some people that are really good at basketball. Okay. But what are they going to really do with their life after that? These girls are going to be winners at life. And that's my biggest thing with them is like, I'm going to probably reference them for the rest of my career on how I want my players to be, on how dedicated they are, and really, I'm speechless for words because there's not enough words to describe each one of these girls and their commitment to their school. To really, I honestly, I'm at loss for words.
Right, I understand. I get that because it's emotional. Naturally. It's great to win, but you hate to see these ladies move on. Well, I do have one more question, and I'll start with you, Abby, since you've been the last most of the time. Other than basketball, outside of basketball, now that you finished playing for Coach Haynes, what will you take away from what he has taught you outside of basketball?
I'll take away like being a good person and stuff. He's really harped on that a lot, and like your work ethic and all of that, like in the classroom and everything. Coach Haynes was just like a coach on the basketball floor. Like he was always in the classrooms telling us to do good on our schoolwork and all of this and to be where we're supposed to be and to not be running around and doing stupid stuff. So he was really hard on us about that and really just to be a good person and stuff and have a good relationship with Jesus Christ. He told us that a bunch.
Callie?
I think I'll take away. Look, I don't know. Abby kind of said everything.
Right?
Gotta be something, Callie.
Yeah.
I had something on like, I don't know.
We can skip.
I don't really know. I mean, work ethic. To always check on people because no matter what we've got going on, he always calls and checks on us or makes sure we're all right. So I guess that. And always have a good attitude because we know how that could end up.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, while I'm thinking about it, Abby did say he always tells us to be where we're supposed to be, but half the time he's not where he's supposed to be. So really, I feel like he keeps
That's
saying,
false.
just saying. But other than that, he's.
I'm in the copying room, something like that. Going to the office, checking on some things. I'm supposed to be.
I'll remember that next week we're back. But
Okay.
I would probably take away just like doing the right thing even when no one's watching, because I mean everybody can do it when people are watching. So, and obviously Abby pretty much said like the other 500 things that he said. So.
Yeah.
Well, everybody kind of stole my answer, but everybody kind of put it in great words, but he really is a good person, and he means well 99% of the time, but um, he really enforces that just being a good person, like Abby said, but always like trying your hardest no matter what it is, and treating others well, just all the good things.
Yeah, I understand. Well, Kate, now I want to ask you this, and I'll turn it over to Howie. Are y'all going to make plans to be sure to maybe have reunions, get together quite often? Because you are going to go your separate ways, and it's not going to be the same. So reunions are going to be important, because I'm going to tell you one thing: when y'all get back together, you'll just pick up right where you left off. So it's an important thing to think about going forward. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think that we're pretty fun, especially when we're around each other. So I don't see why everybody wouldn't want us to get together. But I mean, I could send out something, but I can't say everybody would show up. But I think that we should.
Yeah, Callie.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would definitely love to have reunions because I know we're not going to see each other on our own. So as long as we can get somebody to set them up, I'll show up.
Abby.
Reunions we definitely need to have and everything, and we've already told all the other girls. We're like, we have a group chat of all of us basketball girls, and we're like, y'all are just gonna have to make a new one because we're not leaving the group chat. We're the OGs and we're staying in this.
Vegas.
Well, they're already cutting me out of their lives because they don't include me in what goes on at school, but whatever. But I already told Caden, I was like, I'm showing up to at least one of your games this year with a huge sign supporting you. So whatever they do in life, I'll always support them and be there for them no matter wherever I am. So.
Well, Coach Haynes, I know you're going to miss this bunch, and if they do have a reunion, I'm sure you're going to expect to be invited because you're going to want to know. Yeah.
Probably you hadn't even graduated.
Yeah.
She'll be there though.
Riley cries almost every day.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I better get invited, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I see Caden, I see Callie, I see Abby every day. Nothing's really changed besides we ain't practice because they still show up to school. Reagan, she don't come to school no more, so I don't ever see her. But it's really going to hit me when I go to graduation and they're walking across the stage, that's going to be a sad part. And then it's going to be a frustrating part when we start practicing again. And I start, I've started planning a little bit, and they're not out there no more because literally. They know, senior heavy group, they know what to expect on everything, how practice. I mean, they're robots. They can run practice on their own. So I'm going to miss them on that point because it's not starting over because we got some girls that are returning, but we also got some new faces that'll be on varsity playing a bigger role. But yeah, I'm going to miss them, not just as basketball players, but man, just a fun. Obviously, we have our moments where we don't always get along, but they're just fun to be around.
Yeah, I understand. Howie?
Coach, talking about, you kind of jumped ahead talking about next year's team. How long was it after that clock went 0 and you won the state title? Did you start thinking about next year's team?
When I woke up Saturday morning and I was like, all right, that was awesome. We got to figure out how to do it again. So, yeah, I've already been thinking about it. Obviously, I know they need time off and things like that, but basketball's, a high priority in my life. So, obviously, I got some, getting married. So, a lot of time been spent toward that. And, I mow some yards in the summer. So, starting to do that. But I've been thinking about it. Honestly, I never stopped thinking about basketball, to be honest.
Ladies, he mentioned going to get married. Are y'all going to show up at the wedding? Are y'all going to crash the wedding?
Invited.
So far, we're not invited, so I don't
He
know.
told us we were not allowed to go to his wedding.
Okay,
After
will
all
y'all
these
crash it?
years, all this
We might just show up though.
We
'cause I'm
do
pretty sure-
know what day it is and where it's at, so we could crash it.
It's like right by my house, so.
I'm 5 minutes away.
Coach,
It's
what if
only
they
like-
showed up? What if they showed up in their uniforms and just, took over the front row there?
I'd probably make fun of them if they showed up in their uniforms. You my honest opinion, but yeah, I wouldn't think nothing of it, to be honest, because it wouldn't shock me, and I wouldn't think nothing of it. I mean, I've seen them every day for the past 7 years, so what's another day?
Abby, let me start with you. Work your way around. What was the best part of staying in Birmingham for the whole week?
This is really hard because we had a lot of time down there for a week. I don't know. We did a lot of stuff, mostly practice, but I don't know. It was just fun being around each other. Like, I mean, even though we're around each other all the time and everything, I still enjoy being around this group of girls and everything. I think one of our memories I remember the most is walking to Top Golf to go eat and not play Top Golf because Coach Haynes didn't want us to get hurt. And then someone almost getting ran over by a golf cart, and us playing pool and games down in the basement of the Top Golf. And so it was just really just like a have fun, chill out kind of day. So.
Coach, hold on a second, Kaylee. Coach, you was kind of fixed to say something about you hardly ever practice them in Birmingham.
No, we practiced 3 days, but we didn't practice we practiced an hour and a half each day. We didn't practice.
I guess what we meant was
what else
we
did we
didn't
do?
do
We didn't do
nothing
anything
but either watch basketball, play basketball, or go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, other than spending time with each other, it wasn't like crazy, just, we're having ball. But I mean, like I said, it was a business trip. But just being together was fun. And for me, looking back now, like during the time, it was kind of like annoying and we was like, let's go play. But the hour of the wait it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had like a dance party and all that stuff. So that's definitely something that like you won't forget. But, and like I've said, playing games at Top Golf, not actually playing Top Golf, was fun.
Yeah, well, that might have been fun for them, but the whole time we were there, I was braiding hair the entire time. So that was probably the best part of the
hair.
Kaden, would you have played any of the games down there?
Yeah, I would have. I'm really good at pool. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Kaylee. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're
no,
good.
that's we're good.
We played football for like 2 hours that day.
Yeah.
That
It
got
was
intense.
So much fun.
I watched them.
I'm 2-0 against Coach Haynes, so I'll take that one.
I did. I know I lost.
Yeah, you did.
Who was on my team?
Allie.
No. And Brindley. I let Brindley beat me too. God.
We had to tell them to be quiet. They were screaming so loud. We were like, everybody's going to think someone's like getting hurt down here. But they're just playing baseball.
Y'all kind of brought up something. Caden kind of brought it up, really. Braiding of the hair. I noticed that North Sand girls probably have more hair that are braided than most other girls' teams around. Who comes up with that and who decides on how it's going to be done?
That would be me, and whatever they ask me to do, I just do. Because nobody else on the whole, I don't know how it's possible, but apparently it is, to have a whole team of girls, and not any of them can braid but one. But it's
going to do it next year.
What?
Who's going to braid hair next year?
Mackie Crows can braid hair, so I guess it would just be her.
I was hoping that you'd say that Coach Haynes could do it.
You know, I would be really surprised, but I wouldn't doubt it if he could.
I can't braid hair.
How about letting that mustache grow out long enough where you can put little braids in it?
I might do the curls on the side, but now I need to trim it up, to be honest. It's getting a little bit out of hand, to be honest.
Cool. I'm going to pop a picture up, and I want all of y'all to say what you thought about it, or your first reaction when you see it, or what you felt at the moment. Start with Coach Haynes there, being surrounded by all the girls. How'd you feel when you?
Well, how I feel, feeling like no wonder. What I think of when I look at it is a lot of sacrifice from each player for just their time, and then putting their, being unselfish. Just one common goal of that, of that blue map, and that's what it takes most of the time to accomplish a goal like that, is just a bunch of individuals that are selfless, but a feeling of joy of like no other that I've ever felt. And just happiness.
Abby, you want to start?
Sure. I know the last time I was on here, I said the job's not finished, but that's really, the job is finished then. We got the blue map, and just seeing that picture, it's like pure joy, and then it was a mix of sadness and excitement and just like all the emotions mixed into one. And I got a flashback of that because we ran out to go get the trophy, and I about tackled Callie because I was so excited to go out there, and me and Callie almost fell to the floor.
I was grateful because, for one, I thought they was never going to give Coach Haynes the trophy. They made about every stalling they could to not give it to him. And then we finally got out to run out there and get it. And it was just like a weight had been lifted off our shoulders because we had the pressure the whole year to, like, blue map or bust. And we had finally done it. And it was great.
I was just gonna say, just absolute, just pure, just happiness. I mean, we've ran out there and got stuff before. I mean, like last year when the Jackson County tournament or whatever, we did this year, but it was obviously different running out there to get that. So I think it was just extreme excitement. Right?
Yeah, just overjoyous. Flip back to the picture. I think my hair was looking pretty luscious, but whatever. It also brings a lot of sadness because once again, I'll never get to play basketball again. But yeah, it is what it is, and next chapter of life, I guess.
Your hair does look so just very luscious right now.
Thank you.
Well, Coach Haynes, I want to tell you this. Did you throw shade at Caleb, letting him know that you won the trophy first?
Phil, you stole my question, man. That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry.
No, I didn't throw no shade at him. I don't think. No, I don't believe so. I mean, no, I really didn't. Like, that dude's been. I mean, I don't know how many times he played on that floor as a player, and then I think he's been down there as they never won it, as assistant coach or a player. But I think as assistant coach, he'd been down there 2 or 3 times. Well, 3 times, I believe. So well, I was pulling for North Mountain boys, but I'm happy for my brother.
Yeah, hey, I understand. It's still a sibling rivalry, but you're glad for him also.
For sure.
Yeah.
You'll always be able to say you won the first state title before him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I told him he was on here Thursday night. I think it was Wednesday night. And I told him, I asked him, I said, has Jeremiah brought that up that he won a state title before you did? He's like, well, no, not yet, but I'm sure he will.
I will. Trust me. I will. I'll find any type of fuel I can, anything to get him going, him or dad, just messing with them. It's fun. So, because they pick on me too.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just family fire, just having fun, cutting up.
All right, ladies, this is for all of y'all. I want all of you to answer. I'm not going to say who's supposed to answer first, but I'm an old guy and I do scroll through the old TikTok every once in a while. And I've noticed that every once in a while, all of y'all will pop up on a TikTok. And the last one that I saw was everybody was still, and it went around the room and it showed 2 of you holding the state title, the championship title. Who came up with that?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know who came. It might have been like Brawley.
It was definitely
definitely
Well,
Brawley.
the trend started because
Yeah.
is it 2016? It's like 2016 is back or whatever. So that started back when we won. What was it? County maybe?
Yes, county.
Yeah, we did it when we won
County,
county,
region, and then state.
yeah. So it just kind of became a trend until the end that we did that.
I hope
Yeah,
the tradition lives on just without us. But like,
Coach Haynes, you know anything about it?
I did not know until I guess it was Coach Schroeder telling me that they did something like that after. I did not know. It's pretty cool though.
And we have our answer.
Brother.
We give her credit at least.
There you go. Yeah, Coach, you mentioned Lauren. I've known Lauren for a long time. I coached her for a year or 2 at North Sand Mountain. Talk about your assistant coaches with Lauren Schrader and I went blank. Brian Smith. I went totally blank on Coach Smith. If you're watching, I'm sorry, man. I don't know why I went blank, but go ahead. Talk about your assistants.
Oh, they're awesome. Lauren's been with me since the get-go, through the highs and the lows. She's put a lot of, she's got 2 children, married. She's put a lot of, put our team, took a lot of time out of her own life to be there for these kids. They love her, and she's helped me out a ton. Same with Brian. He helped me out last year, and then this year he don't teach at Northside Mountain no more. But he helped me out a ton. Both of them, giving me suggestions. Tell a funny, me and Coach Smith, we were in that championship game, and we both were thinking about changing our press up. So we changed the press up, and Ella Dickerson hit a wide open three, and we both looked at each other and was like, "Nope, that's not like get out of that quickly." So they've both been a massive help to me. And anytime you can have somebody that you can bounce ideas off of and talk to about and things like that. So, and most importantly, they're great people, and they're my friends. And we couldn't accomplish this without either one of them.
I'm just tickled to death. I called her Lauren Schrader because I knew her before she got married as Lauren Hill, and I'm like, I got to make sure I get the name right because crap, I flubbed up on Coach Smith, Brian Smith, and we were on the same coaching staff with Michael Wilburn there, and I just totally went blank. And also someone that you hadn't mentioned the last 2 times you've been on here, that's your bookkeeper, Miss Sharon.
Yes. Oh, Miss Sharon, she's been there, I guess, since I started too. And Miss Sharon loves Northside Mountain. She loves these girls, and she just loves her. And she don't get paid a dime to do it, and she's always there. She's a joy to be around. Hopefully, she'll continue to do it because it's hard to find people that the behind the scenes stuff, the stuff that people get no glory for, things like that. And she's been awesome. So shout out to her for just I don't know how long she's been the bookkeeper, but she's been there ever since I've been there, and she's a friend too, and I'm very appreciative of her and Waylon for what they do and what they mean to our program.
I know that Sharon's daughter Haley played for me on the junior high team at Northside Mountain when I was there back then, so she's been there for years and years. And this is how dedicated she is. And Coach, I'm not really sure if you know this or not, but when y'all came to Fife and played that night, she had just got out of the hospital, came straight from the hospital to the gym to keep the book.
Yeah, so, she said something. I told him I had to go.
Yeah.
She told me that before the game started.
She still had her wrist bracelets on with her ID and all that stuff. She just came walking in, kind of wobbling in a little bit because I think she might have been on some medication or something. But anyway,
it don't shock me because she's dedicated and she's there all the time. So she's sitting on G, waiting on O. So, like I said, couldn't do it without her. I'm appreciative of her.
Hey, I got a question for y'all ladies from Brandy Sullivan Weldon. Ask them about the Instagram. So what's up with the Instagram?
I'm gonna assume she's talking about our bar stool. Am I right?
I'm gonna say so.
I have no affiliation.
I would assume.
We also don't. We don't make those posts.
Yeah, we don't. So we don't have anything to say.
However, we do find them hilarious, and whoever does make those posts, we truly appreciate you. But
yes, they're very funny.
We're also not affiliated with that.
Yeah. So
she says yes. So I guess it is about the what y'all are talking about. So
y'all want to check it out?
I'm pretty sure it's called NSM Girl Barstool or something. If you want to go follow it.
That's cool. So let me start with Abby because Phil kept on starting with Reagan, and it kind of put pressure on Abby to come up with answers because they had already answered everything. So Abby, I'll start with you. Do you remember? This is for all 4 of you. Do you remember the last thing that Coach said to you during game action before y'all won the state title?
Honestly, I really don't.
Well, that probably means that you played a great game and he didn't yell at you at all.
No, he probably still yelled.
I don't think I
might have missed a layup or something, and he probably yelled.
Kaylee?
I don't know. I don't even know if I went in the 4th quarter. So it was probably something stupid I did that he yelled at me for. If I had to guess.
Well, I don't remember anything about yesterday, so I don't really remember anything that he said during the game. I'm sure it was something encouraging, like good job or something, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea as well. I know he went on a whole speech about how proud he was of us and everything, and I remember that, but in the game,
after the game.
Well, I don't remember anything but
I remember
winning.
calling the timeout and Kaden about to blow a fuse because she had just gotten the open gap to go score a layup. And
Oh yeah, we
Yeah, I
yelled at us
remember
because
that.
we wasn't helping Caden out as she's like dribbling through 6 people by herself.
See,
I was
but
like, she
sometimes
doesn't
when
need
I just
help.
like get in that way where like I feel like I can do it, and I'm doing it, and then you kind of just stop me there. So it's okay though.
I was making sure everybody's on the same page because
Oh
at
no,
that
we
point in the game we were up and we were they kind of jumped in I think a 1-2-2 half court trap and then they stayed in man and a little bit run and jump. So just stay in space, making sure if your person goes in traps, you make yourself available for the ball, things like that. So
see, but I had it under control.
that clear. I mean, I didn't think you didn't.
I went back and watched it. It looked like I did. I've watched it like 3 times.
That's probably why you were MVP because you had it all under control.
Exactly, I had it under control. I'm
Yeah,
glad you
Abby,
said.
we'll start with you because everybody got hats and I'm sure shirts and all that. What have you done with the stuff that you've got, whether it be the hats, the shirts, or if you won an award?
I really don't have any place to put it. I'm sure you can see my wall right here. When I get one of my new plaques, it will be put up there. But my hat is in my basement downstairs. I wore it once. After that, I really don't have a shrine like Kaden. When it gets to her, I'm sure she'll tell you all about it.
I got you.
Kelly?
My hat just sits on my bed, and all the towels and all that are in a bag to keep. But other than that, I don't like display it.
You just set it on your bed, like the same bed that
Like
you
my
like.
headboard.
Oh, I just meant
Yeah.
okay.
No, I don't like sleep with it.
She tucks it in
I was
and
thinking
out.
you love it so
Actually.
much, you're just like.
No.
I got you. Yeah, well, I just kind of made room. I've got like dressers and stuff, and like this little fridge in my room, and I just kind of like set everything on top of it because I like things to look organized. So I like everything to just kind of like look put together.
I have a memory box of like everything I've done in high school, so a lot of that like shirts and stuff is in there just to keep safe. But my hat sits on my dresser, so but everything else is kind of put up. So
Coach Haynes, you walked away with a ton of stuff. What are you gonna do with all that?
Well, to be honest, the basketball is in my car. The hat is sitting over here. I probably need to get it all organized, and I'll probably, eventually I'll have an office in my house. Not going to have one in this house because it's so small, but I'll have a certain area where I keep things. Probably right now I'll put it in my office at school and put it in a box, one of those little, what do they call those little clear
shadow
boxes?
box.
Yeah, shadow box, and put the the hat on top of the basketball. Hopefully it won't be the last one I get. So maybe there'll be a few more in there.
Awesome, that's great. Ladies, Phil, you have anything before we let these young ladies and Coach Haynes get back to his basketball?
Well, I would like to ask kind of a lighter side question. During your career, did you ever on the floor have an embarrassing moment?
Yes, I think everybody has. Personally, for me, it would just be any time that I like airball or like fall down because like when we were at Gulf Shores, I fell right on the basketball and I looked like a rat going back looking at it, and it was probably the most embarrassing thing ever. It was so bad.
I have airballed a free throw and running backwards down the court, tripped on air and fell and done a back roll.
I fell on the floor more times than I can count over literally nothing. So any of those would be qualified.
Well, mine goes back to the early days when Ashley Schrader used to be on our team, and every time Caden and her would come out and I would come in because I wasn't a starter, they'd be like, shoot the ball. And so obviously you're hearing shoot the ball, so I'd shoot the ball and then literally get packed every single time.
And we did it on purpose.
Yeah.
It was funny though. I'm sorry.
Cool.
It wasn't all business all the time. We had a good time, for sure. We had a good time with our team and things like that. So,
well, during this season, Coach, did you have an embarrassing moment?
Probably at some point. There's probably something I said or did or.
Caden had a look like, yeah, he did. I hope he mentions it.
I'm just saying, everybody's got their moments. Everybody does.
Probably multiple times. Probably. Yeah. Oh, I broke a chair. What game was that? Remember that?
Skyline.
Skyline. I broke a board down there at
Gulf Shores.
Gulf
at Gulf
Shores.
Shores, and obviously I didn't bring a backup board, and that was the first game. So one of the officials was like, was telling the girls they could get me a new board for Christmas. So I sometimes get a little animated over there on the sideline. So I'm sure there's plenty of times.
We got a comment. Adam Reyes says the bee attacked Caden.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I remember that.
We were at what's that gym called? I don't know what it's called.
Wait, this is the Coliseum in
The
Rainsville
Coliseum,
playing
and-
Otter, and
yeah, we're
there's
playing
like a
Otter.
hornet in there literally attacking everybody.
It literally was flying right in my face. I literally screamed and just started running in circles. That was also very embarrassing.
I do remember that now, and I'm like, what are we doing? This is a close game, and Caden's running from a bee or something.
Yeah, well, McKinley, it was either McKinley, Trailer, or Kinsey Smith. They looked at me and were like, oh, it's right there on your back. And I was like, there's no way. And I just started screaming. It was terrifying.
Guys, they just kind of, they would just go on, and it would never be. But, the girls are able to just joke around and then flip a light switch. Hey, the game's back on. I'm like, come on. What's going on?
Yeah, that's my bad.
Hey, it's all good. We won the game.
Carol Holder says,
Stomp
stomp on
on
the
the
sideline
side.
like
Hey,
oh.
cut her off here. Don't let her. I'm just kidding, Kara.
So that was is that Coach Haynes that did that?
I think Kara's
Stomp on
forgetting
sideline.
that conditioning hasn't started yet.
Yeah, she's probably.
Yeah. Kara, there's one. Yeah, Karen. I don't know. You can run Kara. You can yell at Kara. Kara's still gonna be Kara, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
A lot of toughness with her. So I wish I could have them all on here, but obviously we can't have everybody on here. But little Kara and some of them that they still have another year left. They'll have their moment because we're going to have another opportunity to. The expectations are high for next year too. So if they think I'm going to chill out or anything like that, that's not going to
I
happen.
promise they don't think that.
You never feel like
Coach Haynes, we're kind of talking about next year. The area that you're in next year. What do you think about it?
Same thing this year. If you can get out of your backyard, you can go down there and be successful. Outer loses my senior. Pisgah loses a few. Section loses a few seniors. So it's about what are you going to do from now until November. You going to be relaxed, be complacent, worry about it then, or you going to separate yourself and outwork your competition every chance you get. And by the end of this, by November, you can get a lot better in 8 months. And I have high expectations for our team next year. We have a lot of girls returning. We got a lot of girls that are willing to step up. And it's going to be a competition between them because like I said, we 4 starters, 3 starters graduate, and then really 4 out of our main 8 that the 4 of our 8 that are in a rotation are graduating. So there's some open doors for people to step in, and then we'll attack that. And this spring for the ones that are not playing softball, and then summer we'll get better. But my expectations are to get back down there and try to two-peat. People think it's crazy, but just because they're graduating, the goal, the work, all that stuff, it stays the same for me, for our team, and for our program.
Coach, I'm joking when I say this, but you're actually going to have to put in a press break this next year because with Caden being gone, it's not give Caden the ball and get out of the way.
I know that will be a little bit different, but obviously got Madison, Kara, and then not a lot of people know Mackie Crow yet, but they will. I promise you, because and we have a lot of. I mean, we have a lot of great players in our program. We got a lot of kids that are going to work, so we'll do it by a group effort if we have to, but we'll find a way to get it done.
Well, we appreciate y'all joining us tonight on a Sunday night. Phil, you have anything before we let them go?
No, I just want to say I'm proud of these young ladies. They set the standard for North End basketball high. It's going to be tough to reach that standard, but I'm sure Coach Haynes is very appreciative of what y'all have done.
All right, last couple of questions from myself, and then we're going to let y'all go. Reagan, did y'all do a NCAA March Madness bracket? Did any of y'all?
I did not. I know
Okay.
Callie did.
I have.
I did
Mine
not.
got busted after the stupid Wisconsin game for the men.
Mm.
And my women's one, I did not realize that Tennessee was on a 7-game losing streak, so that game also butchered that one. I was really hoping to win it so I wouldn't have to apply for any more scholarships.
I only filled out women's, and then Virginia beat Georgia, and that kind of, and it just.
I don't see a point, so I already know I'm going to be wrong.
Coach Haynes, how about yourself?
You could be wrong.
Yes, I filled out a couple, but after a few of them, after it don't go well, I just root for upsets at that point. Callie didn't tell you also she might be continuing her basketball career also, so she's waiting on that. So there's a couple of places that she's going to go visit. So we may have more than just one player going to play college basketball at the next level too.
Well, awesome. Congratulations.
Well, hey, now I'll tell you, now, Callie, if you move on and do that, and you, Caden, too, as you move on, we still want to hear from you, especially when you're over at Barry, Caden. We'd like to hear from you every once in a while. Let us know how it's going.
Yes, sir, I will.
We got a couple football players that are over there now that has been on the show multiple times at Barry, and we want to keep up with them. We want to keep up with you, Kaylee. When you move on to the next level, we want to keep up with you, Coach Haynes. When you're sitting on your front porch counting your cows, we still want to hear from you as well.
Oh, I enjoy this. This has been fun. Like I've enjoyed it. So I'm whenever y'all want me on here, I'm free to be on here.
Reagan, when you decide you want to go back to school, we want to hear about that. You're walking back through the school again. And
They're trying to. Hey, how did golf go the other day? Did we do good?
Callie balled out once again, and it's just
What'd you shoot?
she's just embarrassing me at this point.
I shot a 45 on 9. Career low for me, but could always be better. We won though. We beat Otter, so
yeah, we did. We won. So
that's the ultimate goal.
beat Otter. They've got 2 or 3 girls that's signed to go to the next level or are supposed to be going to the next level in golf. Very impressive.
So, I told y'all there are more winners than just basketball.
Good job, guys.
It's over.
Thanks.
It's over. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
All right, we're gonna let y'all get going. Last thing, start with we're gonna start with Callie on this one here. Shout outs to anybody and everybody.
I'll shout out my family again, and then several. I'll shout out Coach Hicks because he has been. I don't know. He really likes me a lot recently, and it's just. I don't know. It's really funny to me because I thought he hated me like 2 weeks ago.
Just recently, he's been nice to you.
I don't know.
You taped your ankle all year.
Yeah, I know. I thought he hated me up until that point, so glad we're friends now. And Miss Maples, because she said if I didn't, she was going to be very upset with me. Miss Schrader, I think she's still in New York, but
Let's hope she gets home.
Don't need to sing that Jay-Z song, New York.
Abby.
That's it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
I'd like to thank my family, and then I know part of our teammates watching. I've seen their comments pop up a little bit. And Coach Anderson, he got mad last time that no one shouted him out. So I was he also went
bus driver,
and we had a fun time with him. So
we hit the bus from Coach Haynes one time when he was driving. So
yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah, come out of Family Dollar.
Moment of the trip.
Couldn't find him. He's up there in Birmingham. I was like, what are we doing?
Coach, did they leave you at the Family Dollar?
Left me at a Family Dollar in Birmingham. They weren't too far away.
We were behind the store.
Yeah, well, I didn't know where you were at, and I don't even know if I had my phone on me. So
You did. You called us.
No,
Okay.
And no, that was Miss Schrader because she called
and then Coach Haynes got the phone and started talking to us.
Yeah, you don't want to know what he said because then that would be his embarrassing moment. But
yeah, let's keep it PG. We're a PG show here.
Oh no, it was PG.
Oh, okay.
Just embarrassing.
Reagan.
Just shout out to my family once again and my mom. She doesn't miss a game, and my sister's the same with her. They're always there to support me. just like, once again, our faculty and our community for showing up and unreal support from them. I think that's all I got.
I was gonna say definitely shout out to my family. I mean, they're always there for me no matter what. I mean, our teammates that obviously are not here, and Miss Schrader, because last time I did not give her a shout out, she kicked me out of her classroom, and so I don't want that to happen again because I still have to go to school with her. So definitely shout out to Miss Schrader.
Before we get to Coach Haynes for the last shout out, Stephanie Kirkpatrick says Coach
Yes.
Schrader and his
What?
sparkly
Yes.
Coach Schrader and his
That was
state
awesome.
Well
was
worth
trying
my
to-
$30.
He had metallic blue pants for the state championship game because
Yes.
he made a deal with Callie.
I begged him to wear them for like 3 weeks, and he's like, "Oh, I'll wear them if you'll buy them." So I ordered them on Amazon, and they was here in 2 days. And he wore them for our finals game.
Did you see a picture of them, Howie?
I did not.
You need to go. I don't know who has a picture of them, but I will try to find and they're it's good. It's good. He looked like number one. He looked like a number one fan. It was funny.
That's awesome. Last but not least, Coach Haynes, your shout outs.
Golly, shout out to North Side Mountain community. Shout out to our our faculty, our staff, everybody that showed up and showed support. Our tip off club, my fiance, my family, Coach Hicks, my assistant coaches, these kids, our team. There's not enough words I can say to express my gratitude toward them and the effort that they put forth through the past 7 years. Just shout out to and also shout out to I don't know how to word this. Shout out to these girls for sticking together, for never giving up on each other, staying true to their school. We've had some in the past that didn't want to stick the toughness out, that left before they got to reap the benefits. So shout out to all the ones that gave us a little bit of extra motivation. Y'all know what I'm saying, girls. Gave us a little bit of extra motivation to get to this point, even though we didn't really need none. So just shout out to them for that. I had to throw that out there. Just like I said, shout out to everybody that showed up to our games. Not enough gratitude I can say. Just thankful to be a part of North Side Mountain.
My last question for all of you, and I don't know if y'all really go there to eat or not, but what is your favorite item on the menu at Cloud's Pizza?
I like their steak stromboli. It's pretty good.
Well, I like their chicken tenders and fries personally, which I know they're a big like pizza place, but like I don't know, it's so good, but definitely chicken and fries.
I did find a picture of his pants. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the screen,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
but there's his pants.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But my favorite thing on there is their cheese sticks.
I like their meat lovers pizza.
Oh, and shout out to the Blue Girl for giving us a free meal. That was pretty
Yes.
awesome.
I
And
haven't
also,
gotten
Clouds wants to feed us too. Both of them. I forgot to mention. We've had so many people reach out. So Cloud's going to feed us a meal also. And shout out to the Blue Girl for giving everybody a free meal on her. I think it was like Champs Eat Free or something like that.
That's awesome. And the reason I asked about the Clouds is because I saw Annette post something where they were supposed to be fixing their dinner meal, but yet they were watching y'all on TV win the state championship.
The
So-
hot plate's the best thing there.
So
That's
it
true.
was
Well, we were
It
there
was-
all the time. We always eat there, I swear.
that
Yeah.
was on pregame, home game
Mhm.
tradition place to eat.
so Annette and Brittany was back there, and someone else, I don't know who else, but they were watching instead of doing their preparations for the lunch. They were watching y'all win a state championship, and go by and support Clouds Pizza. And what's the other ones you said,
The
Coach?
Blue Girl.
Blue Girl.
Awesome.
It's kind of recently new, right? Like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Like,
A couple of years. So
Well, have y'all been
Igden's moving up.
I'm sorry. Have y'all been honored by the Board of Education yet?
Yes, we did that on Wednesday. So yeah, shout out to them for having us down there. We're actually going tomorrow night and eating at the Mexican restaurant in Stevenson, their mayor reached out and is wanting to feed us down there. So we're appreciative of them. So we're actually getting together tomorrow night and in Stevenson. So in 24 hours, well, about 22 hours, we'll be hanging out down there celebrating a little bit more.
Oh my gosh, Reagan, get to see us. Are you so excited?
Yes, I am.
You better be, because you haven't seen us in so long.
Ladies and coach, how does it sound when I say thanks for joining us tonight, the 2A state champions, North Sun Mountain Lady Bisons?
Feels great. Hey, we appreciate y'all having us on here.
That's a title that no one can take away from you. You know, thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming on, Coach. I reached out to you, a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and asked you to come on. And you're like, "Yeah, man, just let me know when." I'm like, "Hey, you're getting ready to go to Jacksonville and all this stuff, or Birmingham and all this." I'm like, "You tell me when it's good for you. We'll work around it." And you did, and we've made it work. And we appreciate you coming on. And ladies, we appreciate y'all coming on. Best of luck. Uh, I would say best of luck for the school year for all of you, but apparently one of them don't go to school. So for the other three, best of luck for y'all. That's good. I'm just messing with you, Reagan. So, but but for real, Caden, Callie, if y'all make it when y'all make it to Barry and to wherever you decide to go, Callie, please reach out to us. We'd love to have you on, see how the college life is going, and if we can ever do anything here at River City Media to help y'all out, just let us know. And Coach Haynes, I meant to ask you about your bracket. Has it finally busted?
Oh, it's been busted since the first day. It's busted. I've not, I'm right as of right now. I'm just rooting for upsets. Things upon the underdogs. Um, so just enjoying good basketball. I just want to see good games. And then Auburn's playing an NIT, unfortunately. So I said every time they lose, I'm like, I'm never watching them again. And then here I am. They won. So I'm a loyal Auburn fan, Auburn graduate. So I guess I'll support them through the thick and the thin.
Absolutely. Just barely missed making it to the big dance, but
because that TRO from Charles Bediako, that's why that's why we're not in it.
Yeah.
He scored 14 points that game.
Absolutely. So for myself, Phil Harris, and for our guest tonight, the 2A state champion lady, North Sun Mountain Lady Bisons, Reagan, Caden, Kaylee, Abby, and Coach Jeremiah Haynes. Ladies, it was great to get to know y'all. I've watched y'all play for the last couple of years. Caden, I'll go on the record. I've told many people this. You're one of the smoothest players, ball handlers I've saw in a long time.
Thank you.
And I see your coach is shaking his head too. I'm glad you finally committed to being left-handed tonight. That's a huge step in your direction, I guess. But anyway, ladies, Coach Haynes, thanks for joining us. Best of luck, and we will talk to y'all. Coach, we'll get together during the summer and talk about some of your workouts and things, and see how everything's going.
For sure. Just you message me when, and we'll be ready. I'll have some of the younger ones or the juniors, and then I guess now they're seniors now. So we'll find 2 or 3 to get on here, and we'll roll with it. Looking forward to it.
Is that a pun as far as saying roll with it, roll hard?
Roll hard. I won't say roll tide. I can't say that.
Yeah.
Say roll hard though.
Come on, Coach. One time, roll tide. Nobody's on here listening.
I don't know. Yeah, I can't say it.
Yeah, you can't on air, right?
Do what?
You can't cuss on air.
No. I I respect a lot of things that Alabama does, but I can't be for them.
Yeah.
I
My
understand.
dad brainwashed me as a child to dislike Alabama strongly.
Yeah.
I understand. So, ladies, Coach, thanks. Congratulations once again. I don't know if we actually told you that, but congratulations on winning the state title, and Caden for being an MVP and everything. And so we really enjoyed having you on here. And like I said before we went live, y'all are one of the most requested returns that I've had in a long time, as far as they wanted to hear y'all's story about being in Birmingham and what it meant to y'all to win the state title. So thanks for taking the time to join us.
Maybe we'll surpass the those views again.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Views you said? How many views was it?
It's a little over 8,200 views.
8,200. Maybe we'll surpass that.
Hey, if we get 9,000, Coach, will you say roll tide?
No, well, yeah. If you get 9,000, I might text you and say Roll Tide.
Well, thanks, ladies, for joining us tonight, and enjoy your spring break next week. And who knows, Phil, we may need to do a golf show with Reagan and Callie and all them. Get them on here on a golf show. Who's the golf coach?
Miss Maples, Miss Danielle Maples.
Danielle. Okay, yeah. Yep. I'll get in contact with Miss Maples.
Yeah, we had Ider on last year, so it's feasible.
I tried to be the golf coach, but they didn't want me to be. They didn't want me to come out there and help them.
He asked the other day about a illegal training tool, so I don't know how much help he would be.
You never know until he gets out there. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I'll let y'all go. Thanks, ladies. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for everybody that's watched tonight. And it was a great run for y'all. And the way Coach speaks about you and what I saw on the basketball court, y'all are going to go a long ways in life with ever your work ethic. Basically, is what I'm saying. That'll get you a long ways in life. So, thanks for joining us.